This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 818, Gielinor Special Place. Enjoy. But you find Sir Owen, Sir Upticus. What is that one? Surreptitious? What's that?
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious becomes Trindine.
Yeah, that's Trindine's design.
And
disguise.
Surveillance appears. And they start having this discussion about, the Dark Lord and this costume. And you find out that Surveillance is, I'm going to butcher this name. Valianus?
Oh, boy.
The demon.
Valenius.
Valenius,
looks like.
Okay. And you find out that this demon has been wanting to effectively pull the strings of the Temple Knights for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
And
you get the biggest revelation of them all. That in his boredom, what he has been doing is embedding puns into Asgardian lineages. Just this absolute RuneScape institution. Mm-hmm. And there it is, the lore we never knew we needed.
That's where the puns come from.
The origin, the backstory, the deepest lore.
But there's more. They also have ties to the
Yes.
Zarosian forces.
Yes, so this is where archaeology lore comes in. Mm-hmm. Now, you have all been discussing about the writing on the walls mystery for quite some time on this podcast, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been bouncing back and forth trying to figure that damn thing out, what it means.
Oh, yeah. So I've had my own thing cooking away in the background based on the Temple Knights having originally been a Zarosian organization. And
which is confirmed here.
Mm-hmm. Ostensibly working for Saradomin in the present day, but, well, as Valenius says here, once they reach the final stage of their initiation, they get informed that they don't actually work for Saradomin at all. Now, they don't know who their true master is at this stage, but, well, yeah, that's something they have the potential to work out, and that's a bombshell they're planning to drop very, very soon at this point.
Let's talk...
So you've had this... Oh.
Sorry, continue.
So you've had this shady organization behind the scenes.
Okay, you're going exactly where I wanted you to go. So carry on.
Yeah. Cool. Doing all the shady Temple Knight activities, but all with Zarosian at the head of it. Mm-hmm. Now, let me just go to the writing on the walls mystery text. Hold on.
Yeah, and keep in mind the writing on the walls is a mystery that you get after getting 99 Archaeology and getting the Master Archaeology outfit. And it's one that has data scrawled across the various 4 dig sites out there. And it talks of this organization that spans time and can, effectively appear and disappear at will. And we didn't exactly know what we were talking about back then. And, when you put the Zarosian lens on it, that makes sense. But there's more that also ties them to the Temple Knights, which I'll let you fill in from the writing on the walls.
Yes, so the mystery begins at Caradet. You find the first bit of text, which is, this is where they began, surviving remnants of the Inquisition. They lived among their enemies, vying for power and status. Their leader is unknown to us. Their agents thwart us at every turn. Even what little we know came at a cost. Of course, we do appear to know their leader now. He's Surveillance/Valenius right in front of us at this cutscene. And yeah, they lived among their enemies because of course the Zarosians were wiped out very deliberately. So of course they've been forced to go undercover.
And living amongst their enemies, what better thing than posing as forces of Saradomin?
Indeed. Next you go to the Infernal Source, where apparently the cult taught them how to blend into the shadows, not just to survive, but to thrive, to bribe and coerce, to puppet leaders. While their methods appear nefarious, there is evidence of them being used for good, yet their goals remain inscrutable to us. And so they apparently learned something from the Zamarakians in the process.
And talking about this with the lens of the Temple Knights and thinking back to the Temple Knights quest, it makes so much sense.
How so?
Well, I mean, if you just go back to, say, I think it was the quest where you go through the Temple Knight training, the various themes that you just touched on from the source, I think were pretty much the same themes that were brought forward in the Temple Knight training quest.
Ah, yes, all sorts of various trickery, hey?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Everlight is where it really clicked of being the Temple Knights for me. So here they learned to walk in the light, to manipulate the events of history in their favor, and to benefit from such. They seek to control the narrative of the past, present, and future. They stand among us, hidden in plain sight. Now, walk in the light, that's what I'm thinking refers to them ostensibly converting to Saradominism.
Yeah, at Everlight, of course. Or around there, right? So
yeah, and
sense.
Essentially legitimizing themselves. Look, guys, we're not Zerosian at all anymore. And what even happens in the cutscene in this quest is that they say they imprisoned Nex of their own accord, just to prove, like, we're good, guys. Sacrificing one of their own in the process, or at least imprisoning her.
All right.
Stormguard Citadel. They stole power from everywhere, confiscated and hoarded it, much like in the Inquisition, but rarely used it lest they give away their existence. With it, they have done both good and ill, saved lives, killed tyrants, but they seek not justice. Their aims are their own. You should not trust them. So there's the question of trust again, and
Dun, dun, dun.
And the notion of purpose, like what they're trying to get at. Here it appears that you've got Valenius talking about waiting on orders, essentially, and just messing around in the meantime. So, while apparently this stuff is essentially harmless as embedding puns into Narnian lineages.
Yeah, it can go
there's
further.
Also, while just on the side, toppling tyrants, saving lives. Whatever he felt like doing, I guess. And the final one is Warforge. They are neither war nor peace, order nor chaos. They are what falls between the cracks, the power behind the throne, the silent watchers. They are the silhouette that, once seen, cannot be unseen. They are the shadows of the Empire. Their eyes are upon you, player. Be vigilant.
And that's another Temple Knights theme.
Yes. So the power behind the throne. Behind the throne. You've got King Valence, who was apparently the King of Falador, but mysteriously unseen for a good while now. And, well, Valenius here apparently mentions something about... implies that he disposed of him in some way. And you've also got, they are the shadows of the Empire. They are what remains of the Zerosian Empire, hey?
Yeah. Makes total sense, I think. And
the power behind the throne of Falador.
Yeah, exactly. And this is, of course, big reveal number 2 that I think makes the quest. And, if you combine it down to the restricted engram and this, you have a quest on its own. And the rest is, effectively just advancing the plot forward. But this just moves so many key pieces forward on that. You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.